Let's get.
Hey everybody, welcome to Parental Guidance. My name is Christoph, and alongside me is
CJ
and
Melissa.
John. Who's this? So last episode we met CJ.
That's me.
CJ, how you doing, by the way? I want to check in with you.
I'm good. Dude.
Any meltdowns from the kids or from you or anything this week?
I think I'm the meltdown. Yeah.
We'll get through it. We'll get through it together. Melissa, you good?
Good.
And last but not least, on the end, John Valencia. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great.
Yeah?
Thank you. Yep. So far, so good.
And you're new to this. You want to give a little bit of a primer on what your situation is?
All right.
How old's your kid?
Situation, I got a 3.5-year-old and I got a 17-year-old. So
Wow.
very
You're getting
spectrum.
you're all over the spectrum.
Lots of drama. Lots of drama. Too much. But yeah, great.
So now officially, I think we have a full circle because you have John is dealing with a kid who is graduating high school. Have a kid who's going into middle school. You have a kid who's just going into just barely starting elementary, and then you're fresh on the scene. So we have the full circle going.
100%.
Got a full circle.
Awesome, love it.
That's good.
John, do you think you have more experience now that you have a 17? You have the. Are you the guy with the answers? Because we're looking for somebody.
Maybe, yeah.
I wish I could say yes.
You are the most qualified by
Yeah, I looked at your resume, bro.
I wish I could
just
say
by
yes.
child's age. You're the most qualified.
Well, Vincent was actually a really good young kid.
You got lucky for sure.
He was a really good young kid up until being a teen.
Really?
And, things started to go a little haywire. But,
Really?
But we're dealing with some stuff. He's an older child now, has a girlfriend. So those are the struggles.
Whoa.
Yeah.
He has a girlfriend now, dude?
How's that feeling? What does that
Yeah.
feel like? I don't know what that feels like.
I feel
Have you
Is it
have
just
you met her parents?
Scary as shit, or
actually,
just
I
incredibly
have,
scary?
I have, yeah.
Okay.
It is scary. It is scary. There's so many questions, and you also want to let him be an individual.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of questions there, and so far we're just kind of trying to manage it as we go because it has, created differences how he has been as a person.
Oh, really?
So the grades start to drop, things like that.
He's a little distracted.
Oh,
Oh,
very
no.
Very distracted. So he had a lot of really good goals and he was working towards them, and now a lot of that is kind of
Falling off.
falling on the wayside. So we're hoping it's just a little bump and we can kind of figure it out and then just get right back on track.
Nice. Can I ask a question for the table?
Yeah.
Does any part of how you grew up scare you in terms of like, oh shit, my kid's gonna be like me in this way? Does any of that scare you? Like, I was a little shit. Oh, karma's coming back fucking for its full circle. And they have like some of my personality.
I was going to say no, but you just unlocked a new fear.
That's what I'm here for.
Thank you for that.
To scare you.
Fuck.
Because I mean, I was like,
darkness, my new friend.
yeah, I got into a little bit of
Melissa
trouble.
hasn't said anything.
I got in a lot of trouble when I was younger.
Are you scared?
I am. Thankfully,
It's karma, bitch.
I feel
guess
like,
is the question.
well,
Pretty
that's
acceptably,
the
right?
that's the first
Yeah.
thing my mom said. Because
Yes.
first when we found out Susie was pregnant, I was like, boy, and obviously
Interesting.
we got
Why
girl.
boy?
I don't know. I think I thought it'd be easier. Again, I only grew up with my brothers.
Yeah.
So then I was like, oh, cake.
Yeah.
But then, obviously I was, little backstory, all of us, we've known each other over 10 years.
Yeah.
Right? Right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. Around there. I know.
But
We're
so
all
it's like,
22 now.
we're all 22 now.
Single.
No.
That was the
I
only
got us
one.
in so much trouble
That's
last
on
time.
you next time. This one's on you.
I know. Ring. So yeah, so I feel like I don't know. I
we have to
on
show
some
off.
level thought it was.
Proof of
I know,
life.
there you go.
I don't have one.
I think I thought it would be easier, but by all means, it was like once I found out I was having a girl, I was happy regardless. Whatever. I just wanted a healthy kid. So, but yeah, once I found out, all these like new fears came, and I was just like, oh shit, she's a girl. Oh shit, little girl. Obviously, things can happen to little girls and little boys, regardless. But with her, I was like, oh my god, I was sneaking out. I took my mom's car,
What
crashed
age were you
it.
sneaking out?
It was like probably 15, 16.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
So I got in a lot of trouble.
It's only like a decade away, right? for
I
your
know.
kid.
So I think I was like
10
those
years
things.
goes by fast.
Those
They're
things.
so
I
quick.
know it sucks.
And Vinny throws things like that in my face, but doing stuff like Melissa does.
Yeah. No.
Whoa.
For,
Really?
honestly,
Like, but it doesn't mean you can get away with certain things.
exactly. Like forever. Like I was the example of like I was the fuck up for a long time, and like I can.
Wait, your parents told you?
If my brothers ever
Wait,
hear
wait.
this, or my mom, forever, I was like, well, I'm not as bad as Melissa was. I was always the
Oh.
example.
Oh,
But I've
got it.
done it. What is it? 180? Yeah. I've come a long way. So I'm like, you guys,
You end up in the same spot?
no,
No, you
half spot, right?
Half squat?
Did I say it right?
360.
you flipped.
Whatever. Quote me on it. Anyway,
You're doing
I'm
better.
different. I'm doing better now. Not being as much of an idiot. I'm still an idiot, but I'm not as much of an idiot.
It's a little slower. It comes
Yeah.
slower. That's what makes
So I
some
feel-
pains.
We all got parent brain.
Yeah, but so I think I was a bit more like just everything like random. How I said last episode, it's like a whole new world of anxiety. You're like, what the fuck is all this shit? Like, why am I waking up at 2 a.m. thinking about how my kid is gonna
Future wise, right?
end up in situation XYZ? You know?
Are you gonna, when she gets older, are you gonna pull the card like I did that when I was younger?
hell
Are you gonna
yeah.
be that parent like, oh, I know the ropes.
Definitely.
I was out there running around.
I'm gonna be like, I did A, B, C, X, Y, Z, and no, I'm
give
gonna
her
know
ideas.
what I'm gonna
Don't
know
give her
those
ideas.
eyes. I'm gonna know all that
That's
stuff.
why everything's
Yeah.
padlocked in the house. It's like a prison at night.
Serious.
You know what's really crazy is as you guys are talking about this stuff, I remember my childhood. I don't remember specifics, and I don't know if I blocked it out for trauma reasons.
So this half of the table can verify. I don't remember a lot of my childhood, and I don't
Yeah.
know. You know, my wife.
My wife.
My
My
wife.
wife.
My
That's
wife.
a little hack. But she is like baffled by the fact that I can't remember my childhood. Do you have good memories of your childhood?
No, I don't. I do remember.
Really?
I might get a couple of things here and there that kind of spark a memory. you know,
Yeah.
But otherwise, it was kind of turbulent though at the same time because there was just so much going on with life as a kid.
Yeah,
Shit.
it's like a self-defense thing for
Maybe,
sure.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
So Melissa, you're the only one who remembers your
Everyone
childhood.
check their cortisol levels. I'm just kidding.
Wait, what does that mean? What is cortisol?
Wait,
Cortisol
What am I
levels is
supposed
how
to
you
do?
check your
Am I okay?
quick. That's your flight or fight hormone.
Is that a fun drug?
Yes, it
This
is.
is where you put the little medical character.
I know you did cortisol, all right? I'm just kidding. No.
We are not medical professionals.
Not whatsoever.
Well,
We're not qualified.
we're not qualified for this.
Not qualified. Maybe half.
Wait, what is cortisol?
That's like your
should know
like
this.
your flight or
Stress
fight
hormone, right?
hormone. So like say how you respond to things. So maybe like you're always constant like
Oh, I'm always I'm
Flight
always
mode.
assessing whether I should fly or fight every minute of the day.
Yeah, I think I've always been fight.
I think
yeah,
I think
same.
a lot of us get stuck in that.
Yeah.
From what I
Yeah.
hear, like I've kind of come across things like that, and I'm like, I'm probably like stuck in that mode all the time.
Do you think our parents had the same level of anxiety that we do?
No.
Do you think? Like, I feel like they were more laissez-faire. Like they were just like, well, fuck. Like he's gonna go out and play if something happens, then that sucks.
One less to worry about.
sucks.
You know, that scorpion might bite him, but he'll learn his lesson.
Yeah.
I grew up in Texas.
Pues por qué lo haces? I'm just kidding.
Does that put more pressures on us as parents?
I don't know. I think with my parents, they were consistently trying to make a living, trying to put food on the table. So not that they weren't present, but they were consistently working. So I grew up with my brothers and sisters. My
know, same.
sisters.
Yeah.
So I don't have that.
I could see that. Yeah, I could see that. So I was also a step kid at some point, you know, as my parents broke up. So it was definitely like that. And it's kind of like Lord of the Flies.
Lord of the
It's a
Flies.
good book.
You come home, there's no parents till like 5, 6. And so like the person is the one in charge.
Yeah.
And get good with that guy.
Not by.
If you
Get good with that guy.
if you get good with the supervisor, you're good. That's
You're
right,
good.
that's
You're
right,
good
yeah,
with that
yeah.
guy. You learn how to fucking, how to work.
How many kids were floating around in your house when you were young?
When it was just me with my parents, it was just me. I was a middle child, so
Okay.
I had an older sister and a younger sister, and it was pretty easy going. Really, my sister's like older, so she was doing teen stuff. You know, I'm the middle child. When I was really young, when I got older and the whole step family thing happened, it
Yeah.
was way different.
Oh, so it's flipped on you, huh?
Yeah. So eventually, my parents split. I came to California, and then eventually I made my way back to Texas. And over there were stepchildren, and it was totally different.
From your
So it was
dad's
probably
side?
From my dad's
Yeah,
side,
yeah.
right. And so it was like 3 boys, and now I was like not the youngest, but close to the second youngest, and then it was like older brothers, and so I just wasn't the big dog anymore. I was like, fuck. I just like, I got humbled, you know?
You got transferred, dude.
I got transferred, like, fuck, I got demoted.
What about you, Melissa? So you grew up with 2 brothers, right?
2 brothers. I was the oldest. We're all pretty far apart in age. So I was kind of actually no, I'm like 6 years older than my middle brother, and then my
my
other
fingers?
brother. He's
Count
wait,
it? You good?
I am 17 years older than him.
Shit.
So big age
So
gap.
you had a
It's gonna be like Vinny and Desi.
you have a semi-parenting role, right?
Yeah.
A
So
lot of
You know,
babysitting
like
nights and that
older-
kind of stuff.
yeah, I feel like I again, this is what in the 90s. I feel like my mom and dad were working. I love them. They obviously did the best that they could with the information and tools that they had. But we were always with grandma. And like grandma always like kind of was a little more hardcore with stuff. But for the most part, like it was like I'd be doing his homework and have to, teach him do all that
You
stuff
would
or
do
help
his
him with
homework.
that.
For
Do his
him?
homework.
Shit.
I had zero patience, so sometimes I
It's like,
actually
let
would
me just do this
like
shit.
just fucking answer this.
180 degrees. I know what this is.
I know this. I knew it'd come in handy one day.
He got an F in that class. What if
I know what that
What's it
is.
used as
he didn't pass? But
PEMDAS, right? That was something. No.
core to what?
What?
So in
What is the
in
floppy
essence,
disk?
you've kind of already. So you kind of started some type of parenting early on.
Yeah, you had
Well,
a.
but yeah.
Yeah.
I think I was really mean to him though. Like looking
Oh.
back, sometimes I'm like, well, I was kind of mean to him. Like I turn off the lights.
Do you
on
ever
him
wonder
and-
like that? You better not be mean to my kid because I was an asshole to you when you were.
He's so nice.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He's so good.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
nice.
So maybe it works.
It's the little one that's kind of like more.
And you weren't mean to
More,
him.
but my daughter adores my youngest brother. Like he's more like tough love with her and
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
kind of fucks with her more. But obviously, I know that they'll in a heartbeat if something were to happen, like they'd be there.
Yeah.
But my middle brother's more like he's my little feminist. He's very like,
Nice.
hey, you know what? I think you need to be careful how this is. Like he's very conscious of it. The other one don't give a fuck. Like he doesn't give a flying fuck about it. Anything. But they're good deals to my daughter. That's all I
Beautiful.
can ask for.
Nice.
So.
Nice. Is it ever? I feel like I can just say something I probably regret, but is it ever tempting to be an asshole to your kid just for entertainment's sake? Right?
Sometimes.
Right? Isn't it like you're just like,
Sometimes,
I just
yeah.
want to be a dick because it's kind of fun.
And I feel
Especially when
like
they're little because
parents
they don't
can
get
say
it.
it.
Those dumbasses don't get it.
Wait. What do you mean being?
Like,
Give me an example.
Or you mean like
when they're-
kind of pester them a little bit?
pester them a little, bother them a little
Like
bit,
walk out of
tease
the
them a
room and turn
little
the light
bit.
off.
Like grab his
Just
ear, like grab her ear, like.
Because our daughter
More
is
hair.
super sweet, but kids can be fucking annoying, even when they're super sweet. So it's super tempting to just be a little bit of an asshole to them.
Yeah, it is.
Just-
I'm guilty of that.
So Desi just found out today that the controller he has for the PlayStation, it doesn't.
Oh, how was that hard?
What do you mean it doesn't work? Hit the button. And I'm like,
This
he's like,
whole
"No, it doesn't. I
time,
want the big one. And I'm just like, what do you mean the big one? The one with the lights? And I'm like, fine.
you should have
He
just.
knows.
And I'm just like,
Should have got it all over with him. Just told Santa's not real, and the whole fucking breath, the whole.
Just sound down, yeah.
man.
Santa's not
Easter
real. The
bunny.
tooth fairy and the controller
Everything,
is
yeah.
bullshit.
so much for me.
Grew up
jumping
kid.
on a game every now and again. I really had to hide that thing. I was like, what are we talking about?
He's 3, right?
He's 3.5 now.
3.5. So you're starting to think about school.
We're going there. Yeah,
Fun.
We're going there.
Fun.
Wait, is he going to like preschool already, or is that how
He's
does
not
that
doing
work?
any of that yet. Yeah, no. So far, we got him in like soccer.
He's not even
You know,
doing
that's
real
kind of
controllers. Sorry, go ahead.
Wait, what?
Sorry.
Yeah,
Just
I
to
know,
dig at your son. Sorry.
No, he's so far we just got soccer going on. We don't have anything else like that, you know. So
But you're running him around. Okay.
We're
yeah.
running around,
Yeah.
burning energy. You know, it's everything at home. Tati does the majority of it because obviously I'm working most of the time. But yeah, no, we're starting to look into it, but it's been a little bit of a process, you know, finding where we want to put him. And you know, he's very high energy.
Yeah.
So that's another thing that we're kind of concerned about because you know, it's just you know, when you have your kid, you want the best for them. So even Tati's considered like let's just do homeschool, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
So what kind of schools are out there now? I mean, obviously, I remember Head Start. Is that still a possibility, or is there like?
You mean like pre-elementary, like
Pre-
pre-kindergarten?
is it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
Head Start for
kindergarten,
sure.
right?
There's
I
pre-K. You could do so now pretty functionally. Like if you're gonna go like the standard public school route, I think you're closer to this than I am, but it's pre-K, right?
Now it's like
TK.
transitional
TK
kindergarten,
is
so
where-
it's TK now.
So you can
TK,
get that through your elementary school, whatever.
Like
they're-
total knockout?
Yes,
Yeah.
total. It's what it feels like.
You
let me
teach
tell
them how to
you.
fight because you got to learn how to
That's what it
fight
feels
when you're.
like.
That's some.
Just drop
know,
them off,
yeah.
and it's really weird. You drop them off in this cage.
Yeah.
And then when you come back,
It's the shape of an octagon.
You don't talk about Fight Club, okay?
Oh,
Just
shit.
kidding.
the first
No.
rule of TK.
First rule of TK: you don't talk about TK.
No, they're like we didn't do like the preschool or Head Start. I think that's more like a daycare. I
It
could be
functions
wrong,
more. They
but-
teach you some stuff, but it is definitely more of a daycare
Yeah.
vibe. Like it's like I'm dropping off my kid because I got to work. More of
Yeah,
a
yeah.
vibe than, and they do like try to get them prepped for what they face ahead. But you know, it's. I think TK is a baseline that'll get you there for sure.
Yeah, because hers is at her actual elementary school where she'll be in kindergarten next year, and like at the TK, like like she can write her
And
name.
what
she
age
can-
is that?
That's
The TK?
4 or 5.
4 or 5. Oh,
Yeah.
45.
45. It's 45. So guys, we can.
I'm looking for
we
I have
can
something to look
still
forward
do
to.
it.
I do. I'm like 2 years away from this.
Hey,
Don't knock it.
TK, here we come.
Gotta get my boxing gloves on.
Yeah.
Shape
So it's
up.
like-
Okay, so 4 to 5 is TK, and then
Yeah.
5 to 6 is kindergarten.
I know, like, yeah.
Roughly. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
So like I know like before getting back to like last podcast, it was John and I we kind of no, I think more John and I sorry. Like more
okay.
more, no, because we have like the
CJ
culture
and I
leaders.
talk about other stuff too. We have all kinds of
Yeah,
conversations
yeah,
about all kinds of different things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just kidding.
Doesn't matter.
No, because
Can
we
get
have
them
like
during
that.
alone time, or do you want
Yes. Sorry.
Go ahead. You guys talk about
Sorry,
You
yourselves.
guys won't go. Jesus
We'll
Christ.
just be here
What the
hanging out.
hell?
It doesn't matter.
No, so like, because we have
We
like
have
the
kids,
COVID
too.
babies. So like, well, you too actually, because your kid was in school.
Thank you.
So
Thank
it's
you for
we were-
including me
yeah, thank
finally.
you. Sorry.
Thank you so
CJ,
much.
your kid's not there yet. I'm sorry.
CJ, you're still out.
What do you
No,
guys
so,
put
like-
in this tea, dog? It's freaking-
I think I fucked up because
This
I had
peanut
this one
butter.
first and this one.
Real
That
quickly,
shit
can we
was
talk about
strong.
we did peanut butter porter?
God.
And
Just
it's
finish this, and
Yeah, I finished mine and I feel very
Yeah.
toasty.
I'm good,
and warm.
I'm good, I'm good.
All right.
sometimes this makes yeah.
That's alright. I was like, this is a light transition. I like this one.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, so like we had the kids where we kind of had to do everything ourselves and figure it out, like how we had talked in the last episode. You had a homeschool without
During
having,
COVID,
like,
yeah,
you
for
know,
sure.
teacher experience or whatever.
Yeah.
And then with us, like a lot of people were like, well, are you gonna put in Head Start? Are you gonna put her here? And I was just like, we just want to enjoy as much time as we can with her before she goes out into the world, so to speak. You know,
Yeah.
because I feel like once she starts school, like that's it. Like
The train starts moving real quick.
yeah, it's like you don't
Starts
have
speeding
those
up.
like
It moves
this
so
is my
freaking
little buddy
fast.
that's gonna go with me to the store all the time, and you know what I mean. Like your bestie's gone.
Oh.
Like it sucks. It's a really
yeah.
really shitty transition,
Question
and
for you.
Oh.
Where's Clementine right now? Is she still wanting to hang out
I
with you guys?
think
or is she,
she's
like,
in the back
straight
alley
guys?
somewhere, I believe. I don't know where she is, but
No.
she's actually hosting the fight.
she's
right now.
She's taking the bets. Vinny's a bouncer.
she's a loan shark now. She's
Vinny-
running the games.
Well, I mean, like at the age group, there's
Yeah.
a certain age where, like what you're saying, right? They want to be with you all the time.
For sure.
There's a point in time where they're just like,
Yeah.
Don't
You
want to
guys
be around
suck.
friends.
We
Yeah.
so
Screw you guys.
at a
Vinny's
party
already there.
Yeah, for sure. And at a party, there. Like at a birthday party, we're gone to the world, right? Most events where there's other kids, like it's like goodbye, like kind of thing. She's still like, I think maybe because she's an only child, she still has a little bit of that like that grasp on, there's shit. But yeah, I could see it slowly pulling away for sure.
How do you feel about that?
It hurt.
It sucks.
Does it
Yeah,
really?
it does suck. It does suck, because it's like you have, especially with an only child, and like when it's like you said, you have a little buddy, right? And it's
Yeah.
like that buddy's gone, and you try to
You're their
instill.
hero. Like you're
Yeah,
everything, and then
those days are done.
then that bubble's like.
You're like that one already.
I'm a prison warden now. Yeah, that's all.
Like you're lame. Bye.
Yeah,
Damn, that hurt. That was
Yeah.
and the saddest part is like, not the saddest part, but one of the sad parts that I've noticed, like you probably picked this up, but you still like that transitionary point where you still get glimpses of them. They're essentially, for lack of a better phrase, their baby selves, right? But then you get like the independence, and then you get the moments of it, and it's like this hard because you're like, it's like slowly pulling off a band-aid. Essentially, is how it feels right now. It's weird transitionary thing.
Yeah, it's it's the struggle because it was just felt like it was yesterday where he was just like, I just want to watch a movie with you guys. Okay, cool. What are we gonna watch? And now it's just like, you want to watch a movie? He's like, no. I'll play Call of Duty with my friends.
I got a girlfriend. I don't know if you know. But...
My girlfriend wants to FaceTime. I'm like,
oh, fuck that girlfriend.
Time.
little bit.
Parents suck, anyways. Or parents nice?
We've met her mom.
This is a safe space.
Okay, we've met her mom.
Yeah, even though it's going on the internet.
Just don't give them
So
the.
we met her mom.
John
She's
Valencia of this address. How do you feel?
like, dox me and then. So
We'll drop a Google pin in the social medias.
Just do what I did. Just drop the wrong house.
I know.
That's
You're
so
about to have
funny.
me go to the wrong house.
Oh, can we talk about that real quick? Can we please talk about that?
Hey, I knew it was around in and around that area. So
Right
You got
around
him in
here.
the right
spots.
trajectory.
So since
Every
this is,
time you went there, you were drunk as fuck. But you know the spot.
yeah, you know, you stumbled there.
drunk.
You
Can
gave
we,
him the
for
wrong
future,
address.
Cue in that picture of John passed out by the train.
Oh yeah,
Did I do
Train
that
wreck
here?
John.
you might have done it here.
That's when we got in trouble. All of us.
No, I think that was
At your party.
CJ's.
No, I think it was.
No, we started
Oh.
at
Oh, we
CJ's
ended up
house.
here, yeah.
Oh,
You
How
guys
did we
ended up
fucking
here.
end up
Train
here?
wreck John.
I have
You guys
no
ended
idea
up
how we
here.
ended up
If
here.
we started at CJ's
Train wreck
house.
John.
Remember,
and now I'm being
he
a
messed up the
parent.
train around
Actually
Texas.
responsible for it.
Yeah, it's like,
Dude,
That's
dude.
why
do
the
that.
backstory is kind of cool
don't
because
get
it's like
blacked out and destroy that train set. Boom.
what's funny. We're all like pre-kids, and then now it's like, oh fuck.
Yeah, maybe we should rename the podcast. Fuck, we're parents.
Fuck. How did this happen?
Yeah. Like literally.
Well, I know how it happened
parents.
for me, but you know.
It's,
Yeah.
wow.
Fair enough. Okay, where
Now
were
you
we
got me
at?
thinking about all kinds of stuff.
Sorry.
Hey,
That
get your mind
night
out of
was a
there,
blur.
dude. Get your.
I'll think about that night. It being quite a blur.
Yeah.
I just remember Lewis brought, hey, I got 2 bottles of Jim Beam, which never, ever, 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 ever
was
do I
some-
want to fucking see that. It was an
like
apple
a-
one.
That's the one. That's the one that got me.
Yeah. So
Right.
And then I was like, smoking people's pot? No, it was
I just
smoke
remember,
pot,
yeah,
dude.
we were drinking that, and then that Black Beatles song. I remember you're like, everybody stay still.
Oh, yeah.
because we had to freeze because that's when the
It's
song was
freeze,
popular.
yeah. Yeah.
So I remember we're all shit faced and we're all like trying to twerk
That was
and
funny.
just do stuff.
I'm
That's
reading
just-
this.
Anyway.
I don't remember that. Anyways,
Yeah,
How did we end up here?
I don't know.
The girls, remember they're all
girls.
they got
The
us.
gals.
Oh yeah. How did we end up to this part of the story?
Oh, sorry, just kidding.
The girl saved us all.
That was actually ADHD the
Our
podcast.
vibes. Where were you at?
ADHD dad.
Fuck.
We should
Forget.
ADH
Let's start
parenting.
somewhere else.
It was Vinny.
Vinny, I wanted to.
You have a
hang
son,
out
right?
With you.
Is that what we're talking about?
Oh no, I think we were just talking about when they reach a certain age, they
Yeah.
start to kind of break away, and they want their own independence.
Do you think so? You're at the age 17, right? 18's creeping up. Is it like I'm gonna? Do you think you have a I'm gonna move out right when I turn 18 kid, or do you think you have a?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't- and that's fine too. It's like, you know, some
He
kids.
moved out.
Some kids are-
Actually,
I don't think anybody can
dude,
afford it here in
have you
Cali.
have you ever heard? You know, I knew some people back in the day where it's like they turned 18 and their parents were like, "Here goes $100. Good luck," and they have to join the military.
suitcases
Oh, no,
on the
I did.
porch.
Yeah, or suitcases on the porch,
Yeah.
whatever. Right? Here's $100.
Figured out.
Make it work.
Happy birthday, kid.
I'm not trying to do that to him, but I'm also like, dude, if you're not in school and you're not doing something productive, yeah, you're gonna have to pay some rent.
So,
Yeah.
You're not getting a free ride.
so question for you.
Because you're a
So,
boy, so I
so-
want you to handle.
have you guys, as parents, ever started like a fund for your child? Because that's
Yes.
one thing that we're
We have
trying to
a
start.
savings account.
Yeah, for the
Yeah.
kiddo, not necessarily for moving expenses. School is just an overall account.
Just money.
Yeah.
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 We don't know what we're gonna use it for. We're just trying to save it.
Well, they have
Trying to save it up, yeah.
529, I think it is.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
something where you can kind of, and then they could transfer it over to like an IRA or something.
Correct.
Yeah, it's something flexible. That was our idea. It's not just like a college fund because God knows if these kids are going to want to go to college by the
Yeah.
time we
Yeah,
fucking
100%.
who
It's like-
knows.
Yeah.
Gunning
Yeah.
towards college up until the girlfriend.
This fucking girlfriend. Can we get her on the line?
Fucking
Let's get her on the
bitch.
That's too
No, but,
So how does it feel to ruin his life? I'm just kidding.
That's
But,
wild.
Yeah, no, it's interesting to see the age group kind of get to a certain point, and then
Yeah.
with Desi, it's totally different. Like Bridget, it's just chaos, all about the parents.
Yeah, it's like there's an attraction. There's like a bond there that's there. So, I have an idea. I'm wondering if, speaking of savings, I wonder if you guys will go in on this with me. my mind was racing towards this idea. What if we started a business where it was kindergarten, TK, but for adults? Do you think that would be a successful? Like you could go back
Like
as a
a
kid.
bar? Oh,
Well, not even a bar.
like they drop off their kids in kindergarten TK. And then
Like you drop off, like it's during, like I don't know, maybe this is just for the unemployed, but you drop off your kid, and then you go to the adult kindergarten where you get to color, you get to just play on the playground. Do you think that would be a successful business? I feel like we could rope people into that. No.
I think that would heal a lot of inner
Inner
child.
child, yeah.
Kind of
Yeah. Some motherly figure is there.
Whoa.
Did
Replacement
your
mom.
IPA taste okay? You want me to? Oh yeah, it's still good.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Would you go to that if you had a few spare days? Would you go to would you go back to kindergarten with, obviously don't go back to kindergarten like with kindergarten age, but would you go back to that time if you could?
I think for the uncensorship, because kids, I mentioned last time I volunteer in my kids' school once a week.
Yeah.
And my God, the shit they say is like literally like that one meme. Like they do a cartwheel in front of you and they're like, "You're ugly. Bye." I just want to be honest.
Damn.
I love.
I just want that. It'd be like, and no harm, no foul. Like that's it. Like you know what? You fucking suck. Bye.
I love how I'm like.
Bailey.
Sorry. No,
Bailey.
not that right.
I was like,
they don't-
we could start a kindergarten where
Yeah,
you could
they're so
color
honest.
and you could do whatever you want, and
honest.
you're like, I could tell people off, right?
Yeah.
That's what I want to do.
What?
I don't give a shit about coloring. I just want to tell people how I feel.
no,
We're gonna
that
have
was
to
just
have a
an innocent.
therapist on standby.
That'll be mine to probably going over there.
And how did that make you feel?
Oh, pretty damn good.
I like how in this world, Melissa's going to kindergarten, but she gets detention. You're expelled from
Not
kindergarten.
again, no.
You call someone a twat or something.
I'm gonna literally be what is it, Billy Madison when he goes back to school?
Oh yeah.
You're gonna get booted.
Today.
You're gonna get fucking booted. Oh,
Fuck yeah.
Oh man.
hell yeah. CJ,
Yeah.
what's going on? You got a new baby. What the
Oh,
hell?
dude, yeah. So
I mean, we already discussed that you had a new baby. What's the news?
the baby shit on me.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Do we have to switch that way?
Is that like a baptized or what? What do you
Yeah.
call
It's like
that?
a sign of good luck, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it was it was at his changing table, and I'm like, all right, buddy, you gotta go. And he's just doing his little pushy face, and like, I did the whole like leg thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Little
All right. I
bicycle
see
kick.
this on Instagram, and friends told me to do this, and I'm
Stop.
doing it, and nothing's happening. Right. So I'm like, I guess. And I waited a bit, and he's looking at me, like he's doing this like little baby face, like, all right, come on, dude, get it going. Change my diaper. So I started changing his diaper, and then he's like,
I'm
and
gonna
then
shit on this.
everywhere, dude. I was like, oh no.
Whoa.
And then he just, he felt relief, and I was just like, and it was just all over.
Oh shit.
And then I'm like, oh man, I gotta put your little legs back into the little outfit.
Yeah.
Zip it back down. Zip it all the way down because there's that one double-sided zipper.
yeah.
And then I took them out of that, washed them up, and then put them in a new thing. And then I was like, what do I do with this clothes? Do I just throw it away?
I think you throw them away.
No, you can't throw it away because
think
first
you
mom wants opportunity to
Oh, I threw
use
so
that.
much shit away.
I was like,
Oh,
I threw
yeah.
so much shit away.
I ended up washing it and stuff, but
Susie got mad at me for throwing away
Yeah,
a lot of
so
stuff,
I
but
was-
I was just like, gross.
That happens to everyone, I think. I think
Yeah.
we all have that story, at some.
yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
heard it's a little bit of a blessing, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gotta happen. Have you been peed on yet?
Yeah.
I haven't, no.
Really?
Dahlia has, yeah. I think she on the way that I think she described it is she just opened it up and then just went.
I'm at a point now with Dez is that we're potty training him still. We're trying to
Yeah,
teach him how to pee, over the toilet. And so he gets up in the morning and he wants to go pee. Like
Hold
two
it.
hands in the same toilet. He's like, "Come on, Dad, together, me and you." And so I was like,
Okay, so
It's like Big Daddy.
Yeah.
okay,
Aw.
boy dad, girl dad, all that jazz. Boundaries. Like, what do you guys teach your kids? Like, is there like the no spot? Is there specific areas? I think you told me something that is
Nobody
not
fucking
necessarily.
touches you. Nobody looks at you. You don't look at anybody. Basically.
What is
I
that,
cuss
Johnny
a
Cash?
lot in front of
Yeah.
her. So
Yeah.
she doesn't cuss, but we cuss a lot in front of her because it's hard to. Like,
I mean, Yeah,
sense it.
it's kind of hard to teach him that, at that age. I feel with Des, he's most of the time, and I'm trying to give him a hug. He's like, "No, daddy." So
No!
so I'm not too worried about it, but he's pretty vocal. He's loud and proud. That's all I can say
He's
about
up
it.
That's good. So you don't there's no worry. At least if something happens, he'll probably come and tell you.
100%. And
That's awesome.
That's another reason why we're
Yeah.
kind of not really trying to put him in one of those Head Start programs.
Yeah.
Because he's kind of vocally, he's there, but he still needs a little work. So we actually do have him in speech therapy. So
Cool.
we've been putting him in that for a little bit now. He loves it.
I need
awesome.
speech therapy.
We all
Hook
need
me up
speech
with the
therapy
teacher,
now. I mean,
man.
I'm sitting there and I'm learning. So it's like, okay.
Right?
That's why I
Taking
want
notes.
180
everyone's
degrees.
pissed off.
Drop that one in there.
So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
it's interesting to see that. We go to it twice a week, and it's cool. He really loves it. So once he gets better vocally, and I would feel a lot more comfortable throwing him into a school
Gotcha.
program, because I don't want to leave him alone. If he can't really express himself or tell me that something's happening, then I'm not cool with it.
Exactly.
How about you, Melissa? You have been, obviously having a little girl.
I think that's why we waited. We were just we thought about it because we both work full time.
Yeah.
And we're like, shit, my grandma who would watch her before, she's getting older, and she had my grandpa to help her, but he passed away, and then it just kind of got harder. So it's we were like, fuck, we need to get realistic about her health issues, and she can't be watching Bridget all the time. So it's thank God for grandparents, because we do have that, and we understand that not everybody does.
Yeah.
So we're very thankful that we have our village to help. But I think once we kind of thought about it, we're like, fuck it, we're not doing Head Start. We'll just some people are like, oh, she's gonna be socially awkward, this and that. That girl could talk for days. She's fine.
There you go.
She's fine. And I feel like, she when she started school, she loved it. We had put her in, kind of after school activities before she started school. So I feel like that helped her a lot.
Cool.
But yeah, she's not really shy. She's very she's very observant, but I feel like she's very vocal. I don't know if I shared last time, but yeah, my brother, they were playing with Nerf guns, and he shot her and it ricocheted, and she was ran. He touched my China, and I was like, what the fuck? Everybody just got up. So she will tell, but he
The
goes,
innocence of not knowing, but then again, it's kind of I still need you to tell me.
no,
even
so
if
I'm
it's,
happy she
right?
said it, but he was like, no. And I shot the Nerf bullet, it hit the floor, and then the bullet hit her. She's like, I don't care, you're not supposed to touch, whatever. And I was just like, okay, well, yes, but
Not wrong. Not
not
wrong.
wrong, but so I feel like same, she's just it's what you feel comfortable with, and it's
Over
comes down to-
communication for sure is key. Because you said, the Nerf gun, you could suss it out and figure out what happened, but you gotta teach them to communicate when it comes to boundaries.
and also I feel like it's important to make people feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Even though I felt a little bit for a minute, but I was
it's
like,
fine.
you know what? Oh, it's cool. That's what you should feel. That's what somebody should feel if they feel like they're.
You know what?
doing
Yeah,
something.
I would agree. So one of the conversations we had with Dahlia and her parents, her family, I don't see them doing these things, but I would see Instagram posts or TikTok posts of older people kissing their kids in the mouth. And not that I frown on whatever you're doing. I just don't want it on my child. So I'm like, hey, that ain't gonna happen. Coming from me, it's not gonna come from you. We're just not gonna do that. That's just because I don't know, right? That's just a preference I have, right? But as far as other my parents, my sisters, brothers, you're not.
I've had this situation.
Yeah.
I have one of my sisters
Oh.
to kiss my freaking son in the mouth, and I'm just
What? Yeah.
and then she'll come back and do it again. Can you not do that?
Yeah.
So
Boundaries.
so
that's a
far it's
boundary,
been
right?
I had to just cut it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not comfortable with it.
He's on.
Yeah,
Is that
he's
me?
cutting off.
Yeah.
Let's make sure you're plugged in. You just yeah.
Okay, does it need to turn to tighten?
No, it should be in. It should be on.
There you
there
go.
we go.
There we go.
It's
Wasn't even
in.
in.
It wasn't
It's
even
in.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
It
damn.
was just the tip,
See?
guys.
This is it, guys. This is I don't know how we became
hello,
parents.
hello.
I don't know.
I don't even know how we became parents. We couldn't even put it in, right?
It happened.
I did it by
Somehow.
accident once. That's how I got my kid. Happy accident.
It's a good accident.
Never mind.
Stumbled
I'm not
into
even
it.
gonna say anything.
I was gonna
dude.
hop back into
Everything
the
I'm
Mormon
saying-
Don't say anything else, please. That's my
No, but-
wife you're talking about.
Wow.
What were you saying about kissing kids on the mouth? What were you saying? Sorry. There's no way to. Nope.
It's gonna get flagged.
That's our transition.
It's gonna get flagged online.
Nobody clipped that out. Though. Nobody fucking clipped that out.
Last time I was talking about Mormons, and yeah, so I'm pretty sure we have a hate group already.
Yeah, that's all right. Pile
There's
them
gonna be a
up.
specific group of people listening.
I gotta tell you, I
Yeah.
know CJ, you say to each their own, but I'm okay if we get hate from the people who kiss their kids on the mouth.
Thank you.
I'm okay.
Good.
Come with your hate.
Yeah.
It's fine.
My face was
It
on there, and I
doesn't
was like,
matter.
Yeah, no. I just run into
don't-
that myself. I feel the same way as you. Yeah, I don't kiss them in the mouth.
It's
Don't
just
see-
too.
And then it's just a germ factor, you know? Like,
Yes.
we just got out of COVID not too long
Yeah.
ago.
yeah.
We had babies during COVID, and that was, like, so stressful. you
Yeah.
know? Like, people just come over and want to do
Well,
stuff.
you had a double whammy. You had a baby and a teenager.
Yeah, a teenager.
So,
Well, he
like-
was
like,
doing,
yeah.
like, freaking Zoom and, like, just, like...
Ah.
It
Oh,
was
that's
so
right, both,
easy
yeah.
for him. Like, I'm like, dude, I'm so jealous of you. I was trying to just bed in PJs and on the laptop all day. But
Half up.
It's like snow day. That was
Yeah.
California snow day right
exactly.
there.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
And for the little one, you know, it's just nerve wracking. You know, just going out to go
Yeah.
to anywhere just felt like
Because
oh my
fucking
God,
sick
what
was
if I
out there.
bring some- Just
Ki-
basically
no kissing kids.
No kiss.
No kiss- don't
be a
kiss
douche.
kids.
Don't be that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
No,
girl.
Do it.
That
It's
person.
fine.
That's
Give
the
him a
new
kiss on the
band guy.
forehead.
Yeah.
Come on
Yeah.
now.
Forehead's fine.
Forehead
It's fine.
kisses are great.
Yeah.
I think too, like medical wise too. Like it's like, man, I've seen so many kids like, you know, you get mono, you get like all kinds of, you know, hand, foot, mouth. You get so much shit in your mouth. Like there's so much bacteria that you could pass
Yeah.
along to, especially a baby. You
Yeah.
know, like you want to be that
Share
asshole that got
I mean,
the
you're
baby
in the medical
sick.
industry. Let
Yeah.
everyone know.
Let everyone
Yeah,
know.
it's
Maybe we got
disgusting.
some mouth kissers on the, you know, listening.
Fucking mouth
Let them
kissers.
know.
We're gonna
That's
come
what goes-
after you.
That's what goes out to all your mouth kissers.
How
So we're
dare
gonna
you?
have an adult TK class,
No,
and we're
Melissa,
gonna just
Melissa,
what?
I
Oh,
want you to look in the camera and tell them they're filthy.
filthy fucking mouth kissers.
But if you do, it's okay.
Children mouth kissers is not okay.
No, I know. That's what CJ thinks it's okay. I'll cut that out.
Just cut that out.
I'll cut that out.
So in the business that you're gonna start of adult TK, we're actually going to
No mouth kissing.
Throw
Because that leads to other stuff for the adults. No.
What other boundaries do you guys have for your kids? Like,
Like, you mean, like-
either parenting boundaries, school boundaries, friend boundaries.
I had
like,
one.
I mean,
kind of
obvious-
piggybacking off of that
yeah,
one.
go for it.
So sorry, mom.
Oh.
I got so much shit from my grandma and my mom because they would share their cups of water with Bridget, and I would same thing. I'd
Oh,
say,
yeah.
I'd say, don't do that. And then one time my grandma's like, you know, piensas que tengo, boca de cochumbrosa, and I was just like,
Cochumbrosa.
first of all, that's a really bad word.
Can you put the definition?
I wouldn't know.
That means like the
It sounds like
filthiest
this-
cochumbrosa.
She sounds
filthiest
lovely.
of the filth pig.
It sounds
Mouth
delicious.
kissing. I'm
It
just
sounds delicious, right? Yeah.
No, so she was offended, and
Yeah.
I was like, I love you, but you're older, and
Yeah.
you are diabetic, and you have like your
Hey.
teeth are no.
Hey, hey.
Just stop
No,
right there.
because
I'm
her
gonna start
teeth-
you
her
right
teeth-
there.
This got
You draw the line there? Really? There you draw the line?
Sorry.
That's
That's
how you
right.
turn on the air conditioning,
Oh,
right? Yeah.
oh, for the
No,
folks at home,
no,
I'm
because she
diabetic.
always
Again.
gets like infections in her mouth.
Yeah.
Hey.
So
For the folks out there.
No, it's it's
no,
it's true
so it's
though.
like
yeah.
I told her, and
Yeah.
I this is what I actually told her.
It's gross, yeah.
And she just was like, well, I'm this. I said, it's not even because you're diabetic. It's because you get infections.
Yeah.
You get infections in your toes. You always say like, oh, no, I don't want to share shoes or whatever. Or, so it's like with your
Same
mouth. I'm like,
concept,
you're
right?
literally giving the kid. So she got so upset, but then she stopped doing it.
Good.
Good.
They will
It
get
was like the
upset.
straw thing was a huge thing. One was the sharing and then cleaning out the fucking straws because she switched to sippy cups.
Yeah.
And you know that mold just fucking creeped. So she was like, you were fine. And I was like,
By the grace of
was
God.
I? Was I?
I mean, I
Am
stole the
I?
car.
I didn't see a therapist apparently in our
Can't tell
pseudo
what
TK.
180
So
degrees is, but yeah, fine, I guess. Whatever.
My cortisol
Fantastic.
levels were pretty high.
anyway,
Grandma,
that
I'm in
was it.
flight mode right now. So.
I'm in flight mode, okay? And it's your fault, not fault. Sorry.
That's actually like boundaries amongst, because we had this, boundaries amongst like relatives, right?
Yeah.
Grandparents and stuff like that is a big thing that you got to set out, especially with the like I did this. I know better. It's
Yeah.
hard. It's hard to buck up against that. Like,
Like, fuck what you do because I did it 4 times.
and you turned out fine is the ultimate
That's
phrase.
interesting too. Like you're mentioning that, and I agree with you 100%. Like I don't share drinks with Des. I really don't. And the only one that probably does is Tati, and because he really prefers to, and it's not often. But one thing with parents or relatives, they try to give you input. I'm like,
Oh,
How do you
100%.
guys feel about
I
that?
gotta
Yeah,
do
yeah.
that. So like I hear different things, and
Yeah.
most of the time, the person that's giving you certain like tips, I was like, dude, come on, you're being a dick. 'Cause my
Your
kid
kid's
is
fucked
hyper.
up.
My kid's crazy, and they're just like basically like, you gotta smack him, you gotta smack him.
I know, Brad.
Who's boss? And I'm like,
You know what? You get
it's
too
not
much
gonna
smack
work.
back in your day, okay?
That's your only
My
advice.
kids-
You
my
gotta beat the
kids-
shit out of that kid.
Yeah.
We all got our asses
Kid
beat,
into
right?
submission. Yeah.
Raise your
fuck
hand if
yeah,
you were
dude.
a victim of 90s.
Am I the only
parenting.
one?
You didn't get your ass kicked?
No.
for
No.
you. You
My
were the
parents
kid-
are passive. Like they're
Privileged.
beyond. But the thing is, I got the back end of it where they were so passive, like they avoided every single fucking confrontation imaginable.
Okay, that is.
But I didn't get any whoopings.
So I got.
No.
Did you
I-
want
I-
the whoopings?
Yeah.
I was like, please hit me. Yeah.
Like,
no.
I want to know
I
what
probably
that's like.
deserved it.
I go to school with a lot of Latinos.
Let me fit in.
Every when you talk about getting whooping, I feel so left out, dude.
Just get the power cord.
Come
and
on,
see
just
how
hit
it goes.
me. Hit me, Dad.
Shit.
No, it's just, you know, my dad's a wuss.
Oh,
You know,
Leave
to be
that in.
fair, your dad was a teacher, so he probably
He was a teacher.
He probably
Of
heard
course,
a lot
he was
of
like,
stories from
he
kids.
was modern. He's like, it's not right to like blah blah blah. It's not right to hit your kids. Yada yada yada. He was that guy. He was a good dad.
I mean, he's well.
But he's a little bit of a
there's
wuss.
There's always, each kid is different, right? This is
Yeah.
why we're here. Each kid is different.
Yeah.
Vincent was very different than Des. Totally different.
Yeah,
I never even that thought never came across. Nobody ever told me that
to hit your kid.
with Vin, because he was so good. Like Vin, go over there. He'd be like, "What, Vinny, go over there." Okay, he would do it.
Yeah,
With Des, it's like, fucking. Oh, he's just like, no, I said no.
you gotta beat the shit out of me before I go.
I'm gonna step over here for a second.
that's okay.
And then I look something up. It's like, gotta get on your same level with him. And I've tried certain things, and that actually does work. I'm like, look.
Yeah, I've read
I have
that
to
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
to him.
Oh, that's a big thing. Yeah, for sure.
Listen, what you're doing is blah blah blah, this and that, and can you please do this for me? And it works out most of the time, but sometimes it just doesn't.
Can I ask you? Can I ask everybody?
So I shoot him with the water gun.
Gotta spray with the hose.
Yeah, I do that with 2 of my dogs.
and he gets pissed.
I gotta put him back in the hole for a couple days.
Hey, hold on.
But I don't hit him.
Let me
I
tell
don't
you,
hit
Tony,
him.
hey, do we still have that water good for our kids?
There you go.
See, there's like add.
Add water gun to shopping cart.
Do you think that pendulum? I'm asking like a philosophical question that
Shit.
I think I don't know. I'm public school education, so it may not be. Do you think the pendulum's gonna swing? Do you think that like the next generation of parents are gonna be like, yeah, you should have hit your kids. Like this is the pendulum swung too far, and you didn't do enough. You should. Do you think that's gonna happen? Because
I
it
thought
always
about that.
swings.
Yeah,
I've always
100%.
thought about it. I've never
I
hit
thought
my
about
kid,
that.
but I'm like, is my kid gonna be like, yeah, you're a wuss. Why didn't you hit your kids? That's the right way to do it. You gotta.
I don't know.
I feel like
I think that way. Yeah, I think what you're saying. I've
Sometimes-
thought about that.
yeah.
Because I overanalyze things too, just so everybody knows. But I'm like, what if we're doing it too far? Like, what if we're like,
I think
What do you
there's a
think,
difference
Melissa?
between hitting for certain reasons and beating the shit out of your kid.
Yeah.
there was a lot of
I
like,
think
rough,
I've never
like, yeah.
ever wanted to hit Bridget, but I've pinched her. The older, like now I've pinched her. Because
You're a pincher?
You're
Pincher's worse,
One of
dude.
these-
Pincher's worse.
That's the
My
worst
mom-
when you're
my
at
mom
church.
used to pinch. She
No,
would pinch
'cause-
my hair right
Oh,
here.
that was
yeah.
no.
Dude, and it was so terrible.
Pull your ear.
No, I don't even do it that hard, but she'll be like, she'll go like running.
So
crying.
dramatic.
Yeah, no.
Should be like Ace Ventura.
I don't know. Yeah,
So
seriously.
I actually have proof of your theory though, because
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Vin
Yeah.
is older, and then he comes like, "John, you gotta hit." This is being bad.
Your generation is weak.
I just tell
You're like,
him,
I never hit
and
you.
I'm like, dude, what the fuck? I was like, fuck you. I was like, I give you so many fucking passes. That's why you're in trouble right now, and your grades are failing, kid. And he's just like, ooh. So I had the conversation.
Really?
I'm like, dude, if I did that to you, how would you feel? You know, it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
So I wasn't like that with you, and I'm not gonna be like that with him. And I had to explain it to him, but then he, he's my stepson.
Yeah.
So half the time he's with his father, and they did things differently.
Yeah.
A lot different. And there was that sort of like
Physical discipline,
hard discipline, old school shit that I went through. And I felt like doesn't work for everyone.
Yeah.
And I could see it doesn't work for him either. So I almost had to explain that to him. Because that's kind of the easy way.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like if you want to beat them into submission, it's so easy to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're kids. But when they get old enough and then they could beat your ass, then it's a different story, right? We all get to that. I fought my dad. And I got my ass beat most of the time until I couldn't beat my ass no more, right? And it happens. It happens. And even my oldest is at that point right now where he doesn't have that relationship with me.
Yeah.
But with his biological father,
Yeah.
he does.
Oh shit.
And we talk to him now.
Yeah.
And the conversations are way different. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
He used to be like, he needs to do this and that. Now he's just like, he's screaming at us and he's scary. And like, it's just a different story. Like, Finn is like 6 something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks like fucking Dolph Lundgren and shit. And he's just gonna beat the shit out of his dad, dude. He doesn't want to be my ass.
That's good, man.
Good with the head honcho,
Yeah.
like I said.
There you go.
Good with the head honcho.
That's true.
I wonder if we have more tools, right? Because maybe the whole fact that a lot of kids got hit was because the parents didn't have a lot of resources, right? You're like, I don't have fucking Reddit or a million other resources to look up how I get down to the level and all that stuff.
Yeah.
All I know is if I beat him up, he'll shut the fuck up, right? If I beat him up, he'll stop doing that.
I think psychologically, you just anytime you want to empower somebody, you gotta put the living fear in there. You know what I'm saying? So that it doesn't matter if it's a child or anything like that. If you can fucking put fear in somebody's ass, they're gonna try to respect you. So I think sometimes parenting comes off of that. It was like, you're little, I can put fear in your ass, and that's it. Done deal. You're gonna respect me.
Can I
It's
ask you
always
something,
worked.
CJ?
Yeah.
Who's the scariest at the table?
Scary.
Who scares you the most? Who do you think could beat you up the best?
So,
I think so.
yeah.
Good answer.
Yeah.
I think Melissa could
She
shoot
would
all of
pinch-
us.
she would pinch
smaller
me.
than
You
all
really
of
could.
you.
No, you got the back
She gave it
check.
away with the
I'm just kidding. Purple knuckles ball.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. No, Melissa could definitely beat all of us up. No,
I'm
you said
way
you're being
smaller than you
modest.
guys.
Shut up.
In-
She's
I am
gonna go
way
outside on a
smaller.
motorcycle.
In
I
TK,
am
you would beat
crazy.
everybody
There's a
up.
difference.
Fuck you, bitches.
I'm crazy.
Yeah. Motorcycle. I'm off.
She'd be lifting weights and driving up on a motorcycle.
She
Like,
is
oh, I
lifting
can't
weights.
beat anybody up.
Hey,
I
I'm
can't beat
lifting weights
anybody
right
up.
now.
Oh, I'm
Wait,
sorry.
We're starting to work out, and I come inside like to the gym and stuff. I'm like, did you just add more weight? And she's like, yeah. Add more weight.
What do you got to say about it?
Yeah, I was like, what? Nothing. I was just making. Do you need anything? Do you need anything? I'm so sorry.
Just look at the resume. Stole the car, crashed it, still here.
I'm actually a felon. I'm in a witness protection. I actually got replayed. My name's actually not Melissa.
Oh, what was I saying? Sorry.
Hey,
Sorry.
I just want to know who you were
was
scared of the
our,
most.
that was our motive, right? For trying to get
Protect our
fit was
child.
to protect our child.
Yeah, I can edit this out, but because I've been drinking, I'm very curious now. This was on the other podcast I do.
Yeah.
Just gonna ask this, and I can edit this out. What percentage of the world's population do you think you could beat up? Do you think you beat up like half of the world? Like in a fist fight, what percentage of the world do you think you'd win?
Depends on what state I'm in.
Able to take some breaks in between.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can take some breaks. You can take some old man breaks for sure.
Pretty good, bro.
Half? You think half?
Did I go to TK?
Yeah, you went to TK. You went
Okay,
to
then
boxing class.
Everybody. Fucking everybody.
Sorry,
right?
that was a
There
tangent.
you go.
At your pseudo TK that doesn't exist yet.
Uh huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Just throw hands.
I'm obsessed with that question.
We're
Like
gonna
how
have
much?
to have a little mini octagon.
You go.
for
You
TK.
go.
We're
Yeah, I was
actually
gonna
going
say,
to all
you
fight
go there,
next
people
time.
in suits and suitcases fighting each other.
It's
We're
like
gonna
two
bring
shots
the
before you get in.
kickboxing stuff, and we're gonna actually box each other out. We're gonna
You
spar.
can bring your coworker that you hate so much. Come on,
Yeah,
I'll buy
there
you
you
a
go.
drink.
I would lose so much. I would get beat
My
up so much.
supervisor. Hey, what's up, dude?
Get my ass kicked so often.
Fuck you up now. No.
I'm gonna say like 10% of the population, world population, beat up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just give up. I'm like, just beat me up.
Yeah. Really.
Yeah, fine.
You should learn a little jiu-jitsu. That's kind of part of it. Let's just beat me up. Choke. Jiu-jitsu.
Is anybody teaching their kid self-defense? Eventually down the road? Are you teaching
I'm
self-defense?
going to, yeah.
Yeah?
We're gonna put her in karate. She wants to be in karate so bad.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Totally do. I really tried to get Vin in karate or some sort of martial art. He didn't want to, and then I kind of forced him to do a little Muay Thai here and there and some mixed
Well,
martial
Muay
arts.
Thai, that's like legit. Like,
Yeah, he did a little Muay Thai jiu-jitsu thing over in.
I wonder if
in
that's-
he's in the UFC right now.
No, Jesus.
So like, and then he did some stuff when he was really young. He did some MMA when he was younger, and he liked it. But he's
Really?
such a softie. He's like, I feel like he's not really the type of kid that wants to fight. You know?
Well, that's good. That's
Except if
definitely
it's his
good. thing.
biological
He's
dad.
not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. And for Desi, it's a little different.
Yeah.
I think he needs that kind of energy to be burnt, and he likes to do that stuff. Like,
Really?
He likes to watch fighting.
Oh yeah,
So I'm
like
I'm
wrestling or
already-
whatever.
Everything.
Oh,
Everything.
Anything
It's
when
so
it comes to
funny 'cause
action.
he's-
He's watching that King Kong with
the Godzilla.
Godzilla.
Yeah.
They're fighting. The fool gets a fucking robot hand.
He's like,
And he was just like sitting there like the whole fucking time, watched the whole thing. It's the most quiet I've seen him in a long time. Dude.
really?
And he sat there and he wants to fight. He
Forget
wants to
Disney movies.
lightsabers.
Yeah.
So
That's awesome.
I'm looking to get him into something, probably jujitsu. I've been told by somebody that's like an older guy, and he said get your kid into like a traditional martial art because it shows you it shows them tradition
And
like,
discipline
respect
too.
and
Yeah.
discipline. And so that start there, and then you can start branching off to other things.
Nice. Okay.
The fist fighting.
But it's so funny because like when we see our kids and stuff, he does have that like wild side, but he's so gentle.
Yeah, he knows the difference.
He is
I love
so
that about him.
gentle with her,
Yeah.
and like he wants her attention, and like she wants to give the attention. She's 5 now, so she'll say like when she's tired, she's just like, "I'm tired."
I've had enough.
You know, and then like and it's not it's just I mean it's with us.
Again, back
it's
to the
even with
cartwheel,
us.
right? The innocence. of
Yeah,
just
like
being,
it's like
Yeah.
even with us, so she'll be like, Mama, don't joke right now. I'm tired. I've had a long day, and I'm just like, fuck you. But then she turns around and walks away. I'm like, me and Susie are constantly like, love you, but fuck you. But it's so sweet because he's as much as he's so wild, but like he's so sweet with her. It's so cute.
He
And, like
doesn't-
he's gentle.
A
and-
baby. He's like a baby. A
It's
baby.
so
He's a
cute.
kid like his age. He tends to go with older kids.
Yeah.
And so like he's like, oh yeah. He's like they just go off.
Yeah.
It's just chaos. It's chaos all the time. Like it's
Like
just-
always filtering out like I could fight that. Don't fight that. I can fight that. Like is that
But
like
he
his
knows.
maybe if I got him in the right spot, I'll win.
Let's ask Desi next time what percentage of the world he's
He
on.
could beat
Come
up.
on.
He's like everybody.
everybody 100% baby.
That's the Greek in him. Huh?
I know.
Probably is. Got a
Coming
little
through.
grandma on him.
He's got that
Grandma,
little Greek
yeah.
mentality with the little spicy jalapeno Mexican in
Okay,
there.
ask questions later.
Sounds actually good. Fusion food.
I
This is
know.
amazing.
great.
Actually.
Yeah.
Can we get that rocking?
I know.
That dip that Susie made the other day was so good.
Oh my god,
She
I
made
never
like
had
a,
it.
like a spicy
Like, do
feta
you
dip.
have it?
I never had
This is
it. I
like
wasn't
the whole side
invited.
of the table.
Sorry,
So
sorry,
good.
sorry. So Susie
really
owes
awkward.
us all.
Susie, next time we're gonna have a giant bowl, and then the one Tati made, we're just gonna have the dips right there.
Yeah.
And we're
Susie,
just
if
gonna
you're
like,
listening, we feel excluded.
Yeah, just so you guys know. Hope you feel hurt.
oh,
Oh shit!
Because that's how we feel.
I'll edit it out and just send her the clip. The text message, where's our dip?
can you just put that every now and then? Like, where's the dip?
Where's the dip? Where's our dip?
Dip, dip, dip.
And then just
Hashtag
do it
with
like
the
this,
Dip, 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 dip.
waiting for dip.
Waiting for dip. Insert dip. Insert dip.
When I hip, we dip, you dip.
Hey,
Whoa.
Rick
Oh,
Nasty.
hey.
Pow, pow, pow.
Parenting
and water
podcast.
gun.
Hey, that was on in our work comics the other day, and I feel like
It
we're
was,
like,
yeah. We did dip. We
Drop
did
weight.
You did
Yeah.
dip.
Some weights on your butt.
Part of our habit on this podcast is we're looking for answers. So we're gonna comb the Reddit, the treacherous Reddit, for some questions, and hopefully we'll have some answers.
Okay. Title is Dads who have stepchildren and bio children. How different is the relationship? Question mark.
Bio children sounds metal.
It does.
Sounds so
does.
fucking metal. Bio children. Bio. Opening up for Lamb of God. Bio children.
No, Jesus Christ.
We
There
are
you go.
bio children.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Is that our new bad bio children?
That's how. Dude, that's the
Like
first.
chucking diapers.
That's awesome.
I sense merch. Bio children.
We have a lot of merch.
Yeah,
we have
okay.
a lot of merch ideas.
Yeah.
We just gotta start a fucking start a line.
Can we just, we'll have a crafting thing and we'll just like use fabric paint and make
Just
it
make it
ourselves.
all metal.
And it'll be
Bio
like,
children. Fuck yeah.
we'll get the TK vibe and be like, here you go. This was made by ours truly.
They can buy dip at Trader Joe's.
I'm just saying, if this podcast soars to the sky
Yeah.
and we have a live show somehow, we treat the live show like a kindergarten and we give everybody who's at their seats little crayons and colored things.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I like it.
Yeah.
You know, I
Everybody gets
actually,
juice?
Like
Juice,
really.
PB&J.
PB&J?
An
Oh,
old
wait,
banana.
no, juice.
It's gotta be old
Juice.
And a tangerine.
Extra credit juice.
Tangerines.
And a fucking
That's
Capri
Nap
Sun.
Central
Gotta
over
be
there.
Capri
Yeah,
Sun.
that's the Capri Suns.
And a motherly figure. Go ahead.
There you go.
You're gonna have to-
It's part of everything for me.
What is a motherly figure?
I want a mother.
What's a motherly figure to you?
I'll be
versus-
the motherly figure.
Okay, okay.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know what
Don't let me fucking touch you. Just kidding. All right, so advice request. Long story short, I'm thinking of proposing to my girlfriend in a month or so.
Oh.
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 I've been talking to some friends / mentors about this and whether it is a good or bad idea and looking for advice. Every one of them has made a comment around her kid. So I'm looking for perspectives here more than anything. She has a 9-year-old daughter from a previous relationship. Bio dad is gone. He noped out. He not laughing at that situation, but
Okay, sorry.
he noped out. Oh, I like that. I'm gonna use that now. He
I'm
noped
assuming
out.
he means opted out.
No, I think
He went.
nope out is like nope.
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 Oh,
I
that's
like
what
that. I'm gonna use that.
Bio
Can we
dad
use that?
out.
Bio dad out. Noped
Nope.
out. Okay,
Nope.
cool. I like that. Can I use that
Would you
now?
like a large with that? Nope,
Nope.
out, bro.
Noped out, bro.
I want a nope out of that.
Dead ass, noped out.
Dead ass. Skibbity, Scooby Doo, pop, pop, whatever they say. All right. Okay, sorry.
That
He
shit.
noped out.
That's the last image the kid has ever seen. He's like, nope out.
On his skateboard?
I don't remember much of my dad, but I remember for some reason he did this.
I mean,
Seen him
He was trying to be more aerodynamic.
he said noped out and he dabbed, which was 5 years after when he should be dabbing.
And that is when the
And
trauma
he
started.
I haven't seen him since.
now he has like trigger words is nope.
Nope.
Noped
And
out.
dabbing.
Anytime
Every
he sees
time to dab, he just cries.
Okay, let's finish.
Sorry.
But noped out is really good for merch. So
Okay,
I picture like I see like he was the
Merch
guy that
Central.
took the kid to school like on a scooter or something like
What, the bio dad?
noped out. Yeah.
Nope dad.
Don't you
Nope,
know
Dad.
Scooter Dad?
What?
Don't you know Scooter Dad down the street?
Do you?
What?
Did you
What?
say there's like a guy with a scooter that takes a kid?
Oh, yeah. Well, no, he's in a Vespa.
Oh,
Hang
oh,
on,
oh.
kid. It's hang on, kid
It's
status.
hang on,
like
kid. He's
the-
on noped out.
He's
just
well,
hang
he's
on, kid.
he's a yep dad, but kid falls off. He's a nope dad after that.
Fuck.
Dabbing his way to the funeral.
Jesus Christ.
Damn.
Damn.
I think that kid's okay. I don't
Alright,
know.
fair enough.
I hope he's okay.
Prayers
I hope
on
he
that
never
kid.
falls off. 'Cause
I haven't seen him in a while, so we'll see.
probably fell off. So,
Nope.
bio dad is gone. He noped out when mom got pregnant, and no one can find him to even get child support. Oh wow, he's like
Yeesh.
MIA.
Damn.
He has sent her very few nasty messages over the years, complaining that she's blocking him from seeing his kid. But he's also never tried to go to court, even though he has both her phone number and her address. Unless things change and he shows up on her porch someday, I will be the only father figure in her life for the foreseeable future. I'm 100% all in on this kid, and her mom is 100% in on us co-parenting the kid if we get married. Kid has some rough edges, but she's a good kid. What some people have pointed out to me is that the relationship with the one step kid is completely different than the relationship with the bio kid. They tell me that when you hold your bio kid for the first time in the hospital, it changes everything. And there is an instant bond that you can't explain. I've heard some versions of this from several people. They've warned me that I need to be very careful, as it is very easy to treat a bio kid completely different than a step kid because you will always feel differently towards them. They've told me that you will never feel the same way toward a step kid as you do toward a bio kid. That sounds terrible.
Yeah, it sounds like the
That-
whole
Yeah, you got fucked up friends.
You got fucked up friends.
You
That's
would
one
never
of them.
care about that
Yeah.
child.
That
She's
doesn't
got a lot of douchebags.
serious. I think you need to readjust your circle. That doesn't stop you from being an awesome step parent, but you need to be aware you won't feel the same and maybe inclined to treat them differently. I am curious how universal this is, or if it's something just within my friend group.
Just your friends.
Yes.
Yeah. John, you want to take over on this? Because you were like,
bro.
this is your
100%.
experience, right?
100%.
I've-
100%. Let's finish this, and I definitely will have
Yeah. He's ringing. He's ramping up for it.
I've certainly heard and seen stories of people treating stepchildren badly. The wicked step parent is a trope. Nope, trope. I'm
Nope,
gonna remember
trope.
Nope,
those.
trope. Nope,
Is a
trope.
trope for a
Nope, trope.
reason.
Trope.
A quick look into step parents shows the same type of thing. I guess I'm wanting to know from dads who have both bio kids and step kids, do you feel differently toward them? And does that affect, even subconsciously, how you might treat the kids?
Ooh.
Done.
Good question. That is a good question, though. I was a stepchild, and I did see it different, obviously.
Yeah.
You know, it was a very different situation with my stepkid. I came into the picture when he was about a year and a half. So he was pretty damn
That
young.
young?
He was
Damn.
that young.
Okay.
A
Yeah.
year and a half. So it was definitely different in the sense that with my youngest, I was there throughout the whole pregnancy process. Therefore, I knew I was there. You know, I was
Yeah.
part of it. I would be part of that whole life. With my oldest, I got into a relationship with my wife, Tati, and knew right away that it was a package deal. And I met him pretty soon after I really met her, and so right away I we clicked right away.
You and the
Me-
dad?
me
or-
and Vi- me
oh,
and
you and
Vinny.
Vinny.
Me
Okay.
and Vinny.
Yeah.
We clicked right away. He was a little kid. He was a little boy, super talkative, super cute, and me being in my situation where I'd been a stepson, and I know how bad that can go because
Yeah.
it wasn't a great experience for me. And then I got with Dati when she was pretty, when she had Desi, Vinny that young, and I just knew right away, like if I was gonna be with her, like Vin is gonna be my kid, and we clicked right away. And I think if it didn't work out where we clicked right away with me and him, maybe that would have been different, but
Yeah.
we did.
Yeah.
We had a bond like right away, and it never failed. The only hard thing about it was that the father was in and out, so like that complicated things because the father wasn't there, then he was, then he wasn't, and then he was. You know?
Was
So
he
that
was he there?
complicated.
Was he there just for like birthdays and stuff, or was he there just to cause drama between you guys?
Not really. He wasn't really there, honestly.
Yeah.
I think largely it was like a little complicated for Tati too. You gotta put yourself in her situation. She was
Yeah.
young. She didn't really know if I was gonna be.
Of course.
She didn't know was this guy gonna fucking be here 15 years later, or he's for another 2 months.
Yeah.
So I had to basically I had to basically kind of just build the relationship with my future wife and know this child and just right off the bat become a father figure. And for me, I felt like it worked out. But obviously, if there's a stepfather involved, a biological father that's not as involved in your stepfather, that can create some hiccups in your life, because you have a whole other party of people you have to account for that you have no control over, and that makes it a little complicated. So for us, like as far as that goes, this guy on Reddit, he doesn't have that. So basically, you take over from here on out, and you raise this girl how you feel she should have been raised. Just try to do the best you can at that point.
100%.
That's beautiful. Yeah, that's really beautiful.
Way to go, Dad.
Thank you.
Way to go, Dad.
Does it change your life though? Like, does it change? For me, I was life changing.
Yeah.
When I decided to get with Tati and having Vinny be part of my life, it really was life changing. So it was different in the sense that I wasn't there from the beginning, but I was there, soon after,
The milestones,
and it
huh?
definitely changed
Yeah.
my life. So I don't know where I would have been if it wasn't for.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you put it so beautifully in that you said that it's a package deal, right? I think
Yeah.
for this Reddit person, it's how you perceive it, right? If you're taking it as a package deal, then you're
No-
raising, and you
no
got.
issues, yeah.
Did you treat it sort of like mentally? Was it sort of like an adoption in your head? Is that kind of how it like framed in your head?
I think early on, it was like I didn't know what to make of it. I knew I was like in love with Tati,
Mhm.
and like we were so soon in our relationship. You don't know where it's gonna go. But I told my mom about it. My mom was like, "Well, she has a son, then that little boy is your son. Like if you're gonna be with
Your
her."
mom
So
told you that?
She
That's
straight up
awesome.
told me
Yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah.
and so I was just like, okay. And it wasn't like I didn't even know Vinny that much at that point, but I knew like I met him a couple times, and I'm like, fuck, I'm down. Like like I want to be with her.
That's awesome. You went.
It's a package deal, I'm down. And it worked out. I mean, obviously, here we are. He's 17 years old. He's a little bit of a
girlfriend.
headache.
He's got a fucking girlfriend.
And he has a biological father that came in later on
Okay.
in life, which did it created some complications for everyone here and there, right? Because not everyone wants to parent the same way. So there's a lot to talk about there.
The
At the end of the
co-parenting
day-
part, huh? Yeah.
Right. The co-parenting part it could be difficult, especially if you don't see eye to eye there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that created a lot of situations here and there. But now he's older, and I can kind of see what he thinks about everyone. I felt like I did okay, but it was always from a place of love. Whatever it was always from a place of love and my own experiences, and to try to make him feel better through and just equip him with the tools.
Well, I'll tell you what, dude. Like from that, when your guys' wedding, when he gave his speech, and this is
Yeah.
That was
stepson,
such a good speech.
That was
I
amazing.
cried.
I think everybody was crying.
I
Not
know.
a
Everybody
dry
cried.
tear in that room.
I was sorry. dude.
We went to the
Yeah.
Roosevelt recently, and we thought about you guys.
Oh,
So you got
Yeah.
that's you. That's you.
That's
Like,
you.
you
Yeah,
know what I
that's-
mean?
yeah.
Like, you gotta be proud because it's
That's awesome.
Obviously, Taffy too, but like, you know what I mean? Like, that's
Yeah,
He's a
you
good
guys'
kid.
parents,
Yeah,
a
he's
really
a
good
good
kid.
testament to what the good job you
fuck
did.
that girlfriend though. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
gonna
I
listen
don't
to
even
this
know
and
her.
Vinny, we're kidding. We love you, kid.
No.
We love you.
We don't love
It's
you.
because you have that
His
much
grades
love
are
around
down. We
here.
don't fucking
No,
love
no,
him.
retrospect,
Get his
get your
grades up, and then
grades
we'll
up,
talk.
girlfriend seems nice. She does seem nice. It's just all right, Vinny, if you listen to this.
Just kidding.
She seems nice. It's just we gotta get those.
It's
grades back
it's
up.
distracting. Love is
It is
distracting.
distracting.
It
It
is.
totally is.
To Vinny's credit, love is fucking distracting, especially when you're young.
Yeah.
You must spend every single waking moment.
How to
with them.
balance things, right?
Did that? Speaking of balancing things, and from a relationship and parenting, because we haven't really talked about dealing with like your spouse a lot during parenting, right?
Right.
Did that affect how you approach the relationship? The seriousness of like, if I get serious with Tati, this is going to put an imprint on the kid, so I got to make sure I make the right steps, and that if I'm going to get serious, it's very serious, right? It's not just like, oh, we're serious and we broke up a year and a half later. Did that impact how you treated the relationship?
I think that is definitely something that has to be thought about if you're gonna get with somebody that has a kid. That's gonna create an issue with you because you're gonna get attached to a kid that you might not be around.
Yeah.
After the
Feel you on that one.
relationship goes sour, right?
Yep.
But if it doesn't, you also have to you got to be there for the long haul, regardless. So I already told Vinny, no matter what happens, I'm there for you. Yeah, he knows that. I always tell him that. If Tati decides she doesn't want to be with me, I don't care. You always have a fucking place in my heart. Come on. So he knows that, and I think I've drilled that into him. So
Nice.
Good. And as that one of the things that he posts is like, oh, you're gonna love your child, your bio child. Bio child. You're gonna love your bio child more than you're gonna love your stepson or daughter or whatever the case is. But in reality, I think you just have different types of loves. Now, when my parents said that, when I would fight my brothers and sisters, I'm like, you don't love me. I do. I love you, but I love you differently. I never understood it till now. It's like there's different types of love, and it's okay as long as there's a healthy love. You know what I mean?
it's got to be healthy. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think you obviously have nurtured him a certain way. He's felt that love, and he's felt that from you, which is why he sees you as a father, and he respects you. So that's fucking awesome. Good kudos to you, dude.
Yeah, he's a good boy. At the end of the day, he's a good boy. We can try to be a little hard on him here and there,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
like I said, he's not stealing cars and crashing them.
That we know.
No.
It's okay.
He's a good boy.
I did a
no.
180, okay? Hold on, wait, no, hold on.
It's a 180 what I did. Hey Google, did I do a ChatGPT? Did I do a 180? ChatGPT.
Am I back in the same spot?
ChatGPT, no. You fucked up and you're still fucking up.
360, right? I said 180.
All right.
Fun fact: in a geometrical context, 180 degrees represents a half circle or a straight line, while 360 represents a full circle. I did say it right.
Damn, she
Okay.
didn't do donuts.
I didn't know donuts. I did a few donuts.
But I don't know, man. I mean, no, he's just getting into that whole young adulthood. So it's like it's scary when you get to that point, and we're all gonna be there at some point. And it's just like you just want to make sure he has those traits and tools to kind of take him where he wants to go.
Yeah.
And just to
Definitely.
deal with life as it is, because right now it's all been a little, we shield our kids,
Yeah.
We shield
Oh,
our
yeah.
kids to hell, and I'm just like, dude, that's not how life is. It's gonna be
Life is rough.
fucked up.
Life's gonna life, for
It's
sure.
gonna suck, dude. And then just you see it when it's like they're talking money too. Oh my god, I don't know if Clementine talks money, but he's like, oh, it's just like $50. It was like, dude, it's just $50. Oh, $50 too. You want to go work for $50?
So much away.
Go mow the lawn.
It's only $200.
which that's what we grew up with. Like it was like, hey, you want to make some cash? Like go see if you can help the neighbors out. Go see. Like that was what I grew up with.
Chores. Oh, fuck yeah.
Chores are important.
Go
Yeah.
mow the neighbor's
Chores are
lawn.
important.
Go do this. Like
I think
I
I
did a
grew
lot of
up.
that.
I grew up with like a little bit more on the, I guess, the poorer side. So where like my dad would give me money for food, and that's what I had to use for lunch. But I also like didn't eat lunch purposely to save my money.
Hell yeah.
To get whatever I did.
Hell
You know
yeah.
what mean?
I think that's what Vince
That's
So
a solid
that's-
move.
That's what I did, dude. I mean, whether it was I didn't buy the
Food is a waste.
because it was like, well, I need money because I want to get this or that,
Yeah.
and that's the only way I got
Should've
whatever I
done
wanted.
that, idiot.
Hell yeah.
Dude,
You
I
guys
found-
stole
I was
away
like,
like a
$20
squirrel.
who wants nachos? I always wanted to like.
You get a nacho. You get a
I remember in high
This is
school,
why I'm broke to this day because I want to treat everybody.
Well, that was a fun one. Thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe.
Let's get
The latest and greatest episodes as they come your